I've been thinking about why Silva and Zeno are the strongest Zoldicks, and then I realized they aren't. Even if we just look at the feats we have for both of them, then it becomes very obvious as to why Illumi is the strongest. If Illumi is the strongest, then why isn't he the head of the family? Good question. I'll be answering that and more during this video. But without further ado, let's get into it. The first step we need to take in this analysis is with Hisoka. Hisoka is absolutely infatuated with fighting Illumi. Not as much as Crollo or Gon, but he still wants to fight him. However, he never shows such interest in Silva or Zeno. But Hisoka never met Zeno or Silva, I hear you say. Except he did. If we look at the moment where Hisoka talks about people as if they are toys, we are shown a toy box which has Zeno in it, meaning Hisoka has met Zeno, though he probably hasn't met Silva. The lack of Silva doesn't matter because Silva and Zeno are somewhat relative, or that's at least agreed upon by the community. So Hisoka knows about Zeno, yet never once mentions him. Even when he talks about killing Killua and Illumi, he doesn't think to himself, for example, if I kill Illumi and Killua, then that might also anger Zeno. Now that will be an amazing fight. No, he doesn't even mention him. This isn't to say Zeno's weak, far from it actually. But he just doesn't stack up to Ahsoka's expectation. This is clearly shown by his encounter with Crollo. Any high tier Phantom Troop member would lose to Crollo. However, in a 2v1, for example, Uvogin and Phaeton, I think they could win. Similarly, in a one-on-one situation, Zeno would lose, but in a 2v1, he could win. So that means Silva and Zeno should at least be relative to high tier members of the Phantom. Yet again, Hisoka shows no interest in any of the high tiers other than Crollo. So that means Crollo and Illumi are a cut above the rest, and by extension, stronger than Silva. Now comes the big question. If Illumi is stronger than Silva, the current head of the family, then why isn't he the head? Well, dear viewer, it's because while the Zoldicks value strength, it isn't the only thing they value. There seems to be a trend of like minded individuals being selected to be head. For example, the white hair might symbolize similarity. There's also a level of compassion the heads have that Illumi doesn't. Zeno states that he and Silva don't enjoy killing, he just gets the job done. In fact, when Zeno harms Komugi, an innocent bystander, he feels extremely remorseful. On the other hand, Illumi constantly takes control of people and works them to death, with no remorse. Another theory is that because he causes so much collateral, he might draw more attention to the Zoldyck than there already is. But all these are just theories. However, there's also the matter of Killua's potential. Right now, Silva might just be holding on to head until Killua is ready to take charge. It wouldn't really make sense to give your throne to the son you haven't chosen, when the one you do want to be in charge is right there and is on track to become stronger than Illumi very soon. Think about it. Killua, within 2 years of learning Nen, should be nearing the high tier Phantom Troop members in strength. Give him another 2 years, or maybe even one, and he will surpass Illumi. The only family member I can think of that might be stronger is Maha Zoldyck, but he has no feats. So that's why I think Illumi is currently the strongest Zoldyck. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment any future video ideas. Thank you, Giusi de Lilis, I think that's how you say it, for subscribing. But with that over, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.